The first day of Arizona Wildcats football practice. Fall Camp 2015 is in the books. I'm David Kelly, joined by our sports columnist, Anthony Gimino. And I think, Anthony, let's, on the preferably before we start to get into some actual X's and O's and players, but I thought that might have been one of the quietest practices of the Rich Rodriguez area. Not a lot of music, not a lot of yelling. I think the second part, not a lot of yelling, tells you how far this program has come.
There was a few obscenities, but that's kind of par for the course. What you see now is when players report to camp, they jump right into it. It used to be you report to camp, you spend a week or two getting in shape, and then you get into the playbook. Now it's you just hit the ground running. And part of that is they've been here 4 years. The veterans know what to expect. The newcomers think they know what to expect, but they're the ones after 4 or 5 periods who are hands on their knees, gasping for air, looking for water. So they'll learn quickly, though, because Rich wants this to be one of the hardest camps in America.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting because of the fact that they've got to play 12 straight weeks. I thought it was one of the things that he said was, hey, we've got to get ourselves into football shape first, and then we'll dial it back. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I think we're going to start to see a lot of younger guys, though, I think, especially in camp, get opportunities and get more reps than maybe they would have in the past.
That's one of the storylines, is the 12 games in 12 weeks. And it will force Rich Rodriguez's hand a little bit. He has talked for 3+ years now about playing more guys on offense, playing 22 to 24 guys on defense. It hasn't happened, especially on defense. He's been limited to 14 or 15 guys on defense, but he's got better depth on the defensive line. He has a lot of linebackers, and what he said today was they think they have more defensive backs than maybe they thought at least a while ago. So that depth is there on the defense, and I think they're going to have to play more guys, whether Rich likes it or not, because of those 12 games in 12 weeks.
Let's talk about the line, defensive line. I put out my top 5 guys to watch. It was actually top 7 guys, 2 of them on the defensive line, who fit the eye test. They didn't get in a lot today in the ones and the twos, but Sharif Williams and Marcus Griffin look the part of top-notch defensive tackles.
They look, because they're big. Let's face it, they're 300 pounds. But it was Sharif who was gasping for air at the end of conditioning, and that's not good.
No.
Those guys really, they did a little bit in the spring. They worked some with the twos in the spring, not so much today on the first day of camp. One of the guys that really nobody's talking about, Luca Bruno.
Right.
Third-year guy. He kind of made a move late in the spring, about 280 pounds, and they kind of like him at defensive tackle. They still love, even though that group up front is bigger, stronger, they still have Parker Zellers there in the middle at nose tackle, 250 pounds, but he's effective, so who's to argue with that? And then, of course, you got Reggie Gilbert. Now he's Mr. Sixth-year guy. He's the grandpa of the group, and from what guys were saying when they reported to camp, he did a really good job in the offseason, lifting a lot of weight, getting stronger. So I think he's going to have a good year too.
Caleb Jones had said yesterday that he thought the offense would dominate early in camp. I saw a lot of incompletions today, which I kind of asked. I was like, what is a good rep? I mean, do you have to complete a pass? He said, well, as long as the timing is there and everybody is in the right space or right place, then that's a good rep for us. Your opinion of the offense just on this first day?
Yeah, too many balls on the ground for the first day, but the caveat being it's the first day. Yeah. Caleb Jones, I think, is going to be huge. He is a physical specimen at receiver at whatever he is, 6'3". Now he's up to 220 pounds. He has the look of an NFL guy. Let's face it, he does. He has to go out and prove it, but he had a really good year last year while playing basically with a broken hand that the UA did a really nice job of not making a big deal out of. He played in a lot of pain. He had to try to catch a lot of passes one-handed. A full year of health out of Caleb Jones. I don't know if I'm being hyperbolic, but I think he's kind of a 100-catch guy.
Wow. All right, day 1 of practice is in the books, the first of 18 the Wildcats will have during fall camp. Stay right here, TucsonNewsNow.com. Myself, Damian Alameda, Dave Cooney, Anthony Gimino, Glenn Howe. We will have your continuing Arizona Wildcats football coverage.